Hello and welcome to The Couch right here on ZTN, your premier football show anywhere in Zimbabwe right now. It's The Couch happening on Zim Warriors Television Network. My name is Howard Msonza, and in the studio I've got the Couch squad, Momo and Makomborero Mutimkulu. Do you want to talk now?
Later.
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 Yeah, but it's good to have you. And yeah, I love the way you're looking today. What are these colors?
This looks green, but from whatever we are wearing, everybody has been telling me that these colors are just making me look great.
Which one? Your colors?
My colors. You guys are good, but you're not great.
Who has been telling you that?
People around, makeup artists, Jews in the team, everybody says like, you were missing last week. Shut up.
I didn't say anything. This is army green. The bottom is army green. The top is floral.
Floral.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, many thanks to our clothing partners for May. We're always looking sharp every week on the couch. Well, today Mo is back. Welcome back. So this is what we'll be doing. So next week it's going to be Chido. Then we give you a red card. You missed the next one.
No. You know, Chido was just standing in for me.
Oh.
You know, I had to call her to come in because I couldn't make it last week. And she actually did very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
She will replace.
All right, so what are we talking about today on the couch? Well, we've got no other story to talk about. It's the Warriors. Because, yeah, this past weekend, they were beaten 3-1 away in Ghana, and that just ending any hopes of qualifying to the last round of qualifiers for the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. So we are asking, is there any hope? What needs to be done? Because this current crop of players, well, most of them are on the other side of 30, and now we need to build a new team if we are looking for any hopes of going probably to the World Cup finals anytime soon, not in 2022, because we have faltered, so we can't go there. So before we go into that, there are a couple of stories that are trending in football around the world, and we start further afield. And the biggest story right now is this past week has been that of Newcastle, the takeover by a consortium of a couple of business people consisting of FCP Capital in partners, Reuben Brothers, and the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. And that is certainly will change the football landscape in England and perhaps impact on other leagues around Europe. So the biggest question will be, what impact will it have on the movement of star players and who will be affected? Why are we talking about this? Because we had, I saw a couple of chats that were on Twitter or on social media going viral, saying that the guys who are in charge now at Newcastle, they've got I think, cumulative wealth of about 260 billion, somewhere in that region. And you look at probably the guys who are in charge at Manchester City, Chelsea and all that, they were really dwarfed in terms of their earnings. So what does this mean in terms of European football or world football for that matter?
I just wanted to point out that the fact that they have a lot of money doesn't mean that they will invest a lot. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe they're looking for more. But then if they're going to invest, then the pendulum changes big time. Because how much you spend, how much you can pay, means you attract better players. Suddenly on Facebook, we see people wearing Newcastle jerseys. I was surprised. It's like, we've always supported Newcastle. I was like, since when?
Follow the money.
That was like, when I need jersey that 1990 was wearing, it's like, we always been Newcastle defenders, supporters, but big money in football. Football now is big business. PSG is built on money. Man City are built on money. Your best teams are built on money. Without the money, you can be our Man U tradition. That's what you have. But without the money, you falter there. Players need to be paid. Big money players need to come, and they follow the money.
Big money players, he mentions, and there's the aspect of PSG. Lionel Messi recently went to PSG. There are a couple of big name players there, Neymar, Mbappe. And you go to teams like Manchester City, a couple of big names there because of the power of money. Are we likely going to see, you know, those trending players crossing the floor going to Newcastle?
In the short run, I don't think so. Why? Because Newcastle is not attractive. It's all about the money, but no football. So gradually they'll start getting those good players, and then they'll start coming into Europa and then Champions League. Then they can start attracting the big names.
And they've also given themselves 8 to 10 years to win the Premier League title.
Yeah, I think it's a reachable target, 8 to 10 years. That's the time that they will be able now to attract big players, because you cannot just wake up and say, Kylian Mbappe, I'll give you 5 million per week and you come and play for Newcastle. He will not come. It's not only about money. Yeah. So they really have to work on it. They'll get those nice players, not the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is one of the stories that has been doing the rounds in the world of football. So in a few hours, Zimbabwe take on Ghana in the 2022 World Cup Qualifier Group G match. This is the reverse fixture. Remember, this past weekend, the game was on at the Cape Coast Stadium in Ghana, and Zimbabwe were beaten by 3-1. So that result means that the Warriors remain bottom of Group G with just a point. 6 points behind leader South Africa, who pulled a 3-1 win away in Ethiopia. So we are saying, is there any hope in these World Cup qualifiers for Zimbabwe? Just look at that graphic on your screens right now. South Africa on top on 7 points, Ghana on 6, Ethiopia on 3, and Zimbabwe on 1. It's a bit strange, eh? Seeing Zimbabwe anchoring right firmly at the bottom like that.
Yeah, given the run that we had with Logarusic, it's not surprising, is it, that we are where we are. Lloyd Chembo always says football doesn't lie. So this log is not lying. Or we're
especially if the win now.
0. Yeah, we. But look, one thing that worries me is the one in the goals. We've only scored once in 3 games. If you can't score goals, you don't win matches. It's not rocket science. It's just simple football happenings. If you don't score, you don't win matches. Simple.
Okay, I know we're going to talk about this more in detail, but just briefly, we've been talking about Logarusic and the current position that we are in. Norman Mapeza came, and his first game back in charge, we fell to Ghana 3-1. Do we have the players? Because we can blame all the other aspects of the game, but do we have the players?
We do.
That can stand toe to toe with the Ghanaians, with the South Africans, with the Ethiopians.
We do have the players. If we are going to look at the quality that we have at the moment, we should not be at the bottom. Maybe we should be at number 2, because Ghana has got the superior quality to all of the teams. South Africa is on a rebuilding exercise. Us, we have got the players to be maybe on number 2, not where we are right now.
All right, so tell you what, let's now go to our reporter, Charmaine Chasweka. She was in the streets of Harare talking to the fans about the current situation that we are in.
My chances are hapana pepe. Because Warriors bora hapana bora kuzikana. Bora rakadhakwa. I blame Ologa, but hey, dzangofanana.
Timu yeZimbabwe ndinoona ngeyakatinake kocha arozora anoziva zvaanoita but inyaya yekuti ndinoona kumusoro ndokusina kurongeka nyaya yekuti vakomana vafanira kunge vakasvika kudhara vakatanga kutotraina sezvo vasina kujaira ground vafanira kungogena confidence yeground ravo kuita kuti vapedze basa saka ndo pandikuona pane problem.
Hope iripo, nyaya huru iripo iri pana coach ngaread game varichitanga kusvika half time, so that anokwanisa kuzowana machanges patrikover payo anofanira kuziva kuti ndepapo. Zvino akangoti bhora richitanga utongotanga nongoshauta maplayers anenge aitopa confusion maplayers ana combination, haana nguva yakawanda vachiseshena vari pamwe chete. Plus pakusabhura haisi nyaya yekusabhura kuti nhingi ndiwo agara anofanira kusabhurwa. Makatarisa timu yatiri kufesana nayo yeGhana ine matop players anotambira mamwe kuSpain mamwe muEngland, akaita sana senge pamidfielder paya pana anonzi Pate uyoyo, munhu anotodawo munhu anotoziva English soccer. Paya paakabudisa makaona kuti paakabudisa naKamba ndo patakava kuover payo, because mid yanga isina munhu aikwanisa kuidzikamisa.
Ama chances etokuti singene lapana ku qualify World Cup mbona ayakamalutshwana ngoba ibhora lethu leAfrica ikakhulu nxa uku home kufuze sebenzise home advantage. so silama games anjengamagame eSouth Africa esadlala against Bafana Bafana kwafuze swini then sa igame esaliluza eEthiopia igame lelana kwafuze sicollecte ama-points so thina ukuthi seGhana siyedlala leGhana swini abafana bethu badlala besesaba because I think babele respect kakhulu kuma-players eGhana but then now sesidlala leGhana again ku-home so sibona ngathi ama-chances ethu ukuthi siqualify vele akusele.
I don't see any hope because we lost my games yataka ngati fana ngitaka gain ama points especially my home matches. You know, African football, it's all about to utilize home advantage because pamunozoenda away mune ma complaints that trainers kwa ground zero bad officiating what so imimo as a home team do your best to get the points pa home. Saka you see pa South Africa takatoziluza bye could have beaten South Africa ni magoals akawanda then game re Ghana yes they try to play but you see ma standards edu achiri pass bora redu rinoda development yakanyanya and I see takatamba tine respect kuti Ghana in Ghana takatozorealize kuti team inoroveka so the chance for us to qualify are slim.
Hope hapana zvemazuva ese ndizvatinongotarisira handifi kuti pane chinochinja unless kana waisa Zimbabwe pamberi warega umbofunga nezvekunyika maklabhu wanotambira maybe toona kuopa something chiri nani but wakangoisawo Zimbabwe pamberi tinotarisa kuti pane zvinobuda zvakanaka.
I think isusu hope kana coach akachinjawo I think akachinja tactic pane zvaakaita paprevious game togona kuwana hope but akaita zvaakaita paprevious game I think there is no hope because previous game tatane upper hand after taita 1-1 but he make a late substitution lerega vananokusintizwa varimo mugame until 90 minutes until 70 minutes munhu akaita less than 10 touches pa 70 minutes obva wabudisa madhiringi ese hausi kukwanisa kukondeina attack yeghana obva ichipate ithreat obva wabudisa nakambo wabudisa munets matop players I don't think kana akatamba matambire wayo hatina kwatoenda.
So those are varied views from the fans that we spoke to in the streets of Harare. And wow, chief amongst the comments was the issue of there is no hope. I don't know. Is there any hope? And if there is any hope, surely it has to start today with a win at the National Sports Stadium. And I look back at the games that we have played. I think the last big game that we played was against Zambia, and we lost by 2-0. So there's shades of that. And even if you go back, I think to the 2019 qualifiers, remember we had the likes of the DRC and we would win away. Come to the National Sports Stadium, it was not the same. Remember with the DRC, it was 1-0. And I'm looking at the quality of the opposition. Because at the end of the day, that scoreline away in Ghana was no fluke, hey? We were beaten 3-1. So do you see any hope?
Well, look, we need to accept just the starting point. Our team was moribund, almost dead. And let's all accept that Norman Mapeza is not a miracle worker. It's a populist decision that was made to say, like, who do the fans want? They want Norman Mapeza. Let's give them Norman Mapeza. But it would take time. Even if we had to bring Mourinho now, it would take him a lot of time to bring this team to the level where we believe they should be. And also one thing that we're not saying, our best players are over 30. All right. And we all know, no matter how good you were, age catches up with you. But the game away in Ghana, I thought, imagine if Zim Warriors' effort had gone in, it had not hit the bar.
Yeah, it would have changed the complexion,
the dynamics. So the hope that I have is that this team would die in their own ways, trying to play football. That's the biggest positive I got from the game. They tried to take the game to Ghana. Yes, we lost. Tough luck. But did we try to play? Yes, we did. Did we cause them problems? Yes, we did. Did we win the game? No. So now we need to work on winning games. Starting today, maybe we have to pull something out of their heads. Maybe a draw would do today.
We need to pull something out of the heads. That's Makomborero's assessment. What can we pull from that?
I want to disagree with Marco when he says Norman Mapesa's appointment is populist. Is there anyone else who could have taken that who is better than Mapesa at the moment in Zimbabwe? I don't think so.
That's your opinion.
Yeah,
that's
why I'm asking Marco.
No, I'm saying it's a populist move to pacify his fans.
And then,
do you think Ziva wanted to fire Logarusa?
And then
look,
and then he's talking about our best players being over 30. They are 31. The oldest is 31. Okay, discounting Kamsoko because he's not one of our best players. He's one of the players.
All right, hold on. Just hold on.
31.
No, just hold on.
No, I don't want to hold on.
No, I want you to continue, but just hold on. When did you retire?
I don't know.
How old were you?
How old were you?
Around 34. I know.
I suppose you can claim that they are 29 when he's 35.
There was no need for me to. There was no need
so
for me to.
So many things happen to these players.
But I'm saying our best players are 31 years old. Kama Billiard knowledge, they're 31 years old, and that's a ripe age. That's a very good. If Cristiano Ronaldo was winning the Ballon d'Or at 34, and our best players are 31, we really cannot say it's affecting them. Fine, age is catching up with them, but they're still in their prime, as far as I'm concerned. But coming back to the game, I think there's a fan who said we gave a lot of respect to Ghana. You know, Norman Mapesa being Mapesa, he would not respect Ghana. But you know, as players, when you go out there, Ghana being Ghana, there's Thomas Partey, there's the Ayew brothers. Naturally, you would respect them. Not because you want to, but it happens. And when you win off that, you start playing bad. I think I like the way Zimbabwe played. At least now we can pass the ball. Although they only trained once or 2 times together, I think we are in the right direction. We have hope, not for the World Cup. We have hope for the
other tournaments.
Africa Cup of Nations.
Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
Okay, not the World Cup.
Not the World Cup.
All right, stay with us. Coming up, we'll be talking about the adjustments probably that Norman Mapesa could make in this game this afternoon against Ghana. Remember, we'll also be talking about the players that we've got, Kama Billiard, Marvelous Nakamba, even Knowledge Msona. Mo says at 31, they are ripe. Do you agree with Mo? Stay with us here on ZTN.
For May, transforming men into gentlemen.
You're watching The Couch right here on Zim Papers Television Network. What are we talking about today? We are asking, is there any hope for the Zimbabwe Warriors in the World Cup Qualifiers? Remember, today we are playing our 4th game of the qualifiers. We played against South Africa. We drew at the National Sports Stadium. We went to Ethiopia, and we were beaten by a 1-0. Then we went to Ghana, 3-1. We lost. And today we are hosting Ghana at the National Sports Stadium. Is there any hope? Can we safely say we'll be able to qualify? South Africa on top of the standings, and you look at where they are and where Zimbabwe is, it's really a mountain to climb. So we're talking about the players that are there now. Kama Billiard makes a return. He missed the last game in Ghana because he was serving a suspension. So he is back. What can he give us, Kama Billiard?
Out goes Perfect Chikwende, in comes Kama Billiard.
And what will he give us?
That's a definite change. Well, he's going to give us, okay, Kama Billiard. Good thing about Kama Billiard is he's one guy who can subtract. He's one guy who can come in with goals from nothing. He's one guy when he's on song. He can bring everybody else into the game. So you need to put
emphasis there when he is on song. And the Kama that we know has been struggling.
He has been struggling at Kaizer Chiefs, but when he comes for the national team, he's always...
when was his last game more? Come on.
But, come on, Howard, are you going to judge him on one game?
The game against South Africa, the game against Ethiopia?
Yeah, he did. Okay, against South Africa, he actually played quite well. He did
what
not
was
play,
the outcome of that match? Remember?
Oh, okay. So you mean Kama Billiard is going to... if Zimbabwe does not lose when Kama is there.
From what you're saying, you're saying he is bringing the magic.
We had the magical Peter Love. We still lost when he was on the pitch. So we can still lose even if Kama Billiards is on the pitch. But I'm saying when he comes, when he's there, he brings that hope that you guys are saying.
The hope that we are
agreeing that we don't have. He brings that hope. He is a source of goals. He has done that before. This is not something that I'm talking from nothing. Remember the Somalia game from nothing. Boom. He got us something. So, and also the work, he has worked with Knowledge Msona for a long time, since they were at school and all that. It really works to the advantage of Zimbabwe when Kama is there. They know how to. And Marco always says that he looks for knowledge and knowledge looks for him, and they overlook Kadewere. I don't agree with that.
Okay. So, I was trying to search mentally the games that I've watched, where Kama Billiard was really on song for Zimbabwe. And, I had to go back to that game in Zambia when we won 2-1, chiefly because he scored the goals there. And then I also went back to the 2017 AFCON finals. That game against Algeria, he was virtually unplayable. So this is as far as I went. I don't know. Maybe you think he can...
Look, we all know what Kama can do, which is play well in phases. We all know that he can drift out of games. So what happens then? What is the message from the bench when Kama is drifting away from the game? When he's not looking for possession, when Kama is just in there but not being the Kama that we know. Hopefully that's where the technical team comes in to say, look, everything that we do must go through you. Look for it. You are the engine room. This is the type of boy that wants to feel important, to say, if you don't play well, we will not win. So let everything go through you. If this flank is not giving you joy, you've got the right to go to the right flank because you're Kama Billiard. I think that's the message that you'll get today. To say it is on you, the hopes of the team are on you. Carry us home. They thrive on that kind of pressure. But when you say all you want from him is to say, you are a winger, track back your man. I mean, that's how football is being played these days, but there are special kind of players whose job is to make the magic work. When they mess up, Marvelous, Nakamba, and the other guys who call themselves defensive midfielders should clean up. Once they clean up, you know what they do with the ball? Give it back to Kama again. Try.
Until you get it.
Until you get it right. This player, they need to feel important.
Let's move on to another player, Marshall Munetsi. A lot was expected in that previous game against Ghana, and what I saw, this is my own assessment. He was continuously bullied by Jordan Ayew. Every time he was in possession, he was pushed to the ground, and he was always complaining, because I saw him raising his fingers. This is the third time, this is the fourth time, complaining to the referee. Is he going to be given the same role?
I would like not to think so. I think he will go back to his usual position. Look, let's be honest. I think Norman Mapeza made mistakes in the first game, and you address those mistakes today. When you've got your defenders, this team hasn't conceded many. So if these are your defenders, play them where they are supposed to be played. Because you said it the other day, you said, look, when we started, the guy said it's the defense that had problems. But when we played against South Africa, everybody said, no, actually the defense is all right. Up front as well, we've got a problem. Before the Ghana game, we'd conceded once. So why did we make those changes to the defense? Really? So that's when the question is, but you are the coach. Today he has to fix it. Galloway must come in. Hadebe must come and play. Mudimu maybe on the bench. But your defense was working. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's my school of thought.
A lot of people complain that Munetsi runs empty. Every time he's got possession, he will run, all the way from his half into the other half, and he loses possession. Do you play him there? Do you put him in defense?
I would still deploy him a little bit up today. and then make sure that I put another D-Link. I don't want Munetsi at D-Link today, just because of his energy. I want him playing in the final third. The way he was bullied, normally you don't get bullied 2-3 times and then you just let somebody go like that. We are taught to bully back when you're on the pitch there. You're supposed to be strong, you're supposed to be that guy. And with his frame, you're supposed to be, you should have stood his ground.
Rewind back to that, League One game when Stade de Reims played against PSG. How Munetsi stuck on to Messi and harassed Messi out of the game. And come back to Africa, they're playing against Ghana, and the same is done on him by Jordan Ayew.
Yeah.
You guys are comparing two different things. Messi is football smart. He's a football purist.
And Jordan
Ayew is between your street footballer and a footballer.
Exactly.
And Munetsi?
Munetsi just be a street footballer.
Munetsi supposed. I mean, there's a word for it. In English, you don't get it, but Chigai. You need to be streetwise and think ahead. Because if this guy is going to bully you, say something back. He's going to curse at you, curse him back. That's the game. That's how it's supposed to be.
If I don't play, you don't play. It's as simple.
Let it be so.
So hard is on me like this. I'll make sure you don't play.
So
I'll get back at you.
You've seen that the referee is not blowing.
Exactly.
You've counted once, twice. Why are you counting thrice?
Exactly.
The referee is not blowing.
Yeah,
the tone has been set.
Not only
so let's play that. Let's play the game.
You remind me about the game that was played between Zimbabwe and Senegal.
Yeah.
2006 Nations Cup, and Shingi Kaonde was being marked by Ferdinand Kohli, and Shingi, we then asked him, what was Ferdinand Kohli saying to you? He came to me and said, you're a fake Rasta.
You see how it is?
Yeah. Oh, so you're just trying to put the player off balance by what you say to them.
It's mind games. Mind games. Simple. You remember, let me take you back. Leonard Tsipa comes he joins Dynamos. He comes in as a second half substitute. He goes straight to David Uchkoripo. David Uchkoripo says, madzoka kwa maichengeta chembere kakuya. Mayazotamba bora. 2 minutes later, Tsipa headbutts Uchkoripo. Tsipa is red carded. Keeps going to win. So in the head, isn't it? You wind your opponent up. And when you wind up, when you lose it, my team wins.
But all the same, having said that, I like the energy that he brings. He's got a lot of energy. I like the way he works hard. He's always giving his all. In as much as we may falter him.
And the losing possession part?
The losing possession part, I think the coach can work on that. He does not have to keep on to the ball for that long. He has got to pass and get it again, pass and get it again. Not try to run with it. I think the coach will work on that, and he's going to be one of our bigger players going forward.
Look, even the captain, never mind the coach, even the captain.
Yeah, in fact, tell you what, let's talk about the captain now. Can he score from open play? Because you were talking about the single goal that we have scored. In how many? In 4 games, we have scored only once. So can he come to the party now? What has really been the problem? Because the goal that he scored was from a standard situation, 9 yards out, penalty that Zimbabwe got, and he scored.
Yeah, but you need to have guts to pull that off at such a grand stage. So he can score. I mean, knowledge can score goals. But goals are a byproduct of everything that the team has been doing. Nothing is frustrating as making a run, expecting a kind of ball to be played to you, and it comes just behind you, or you have to work extra hard to get it under control. If the system works, the guys who are supposed to get goals will get goals.
I know you're a firm believer in knowledge. The
idea of having knowledge chest back, it really irks me. Knowledge is not supposed to be coming back to our half and going up, going down, no. Yet we are not deploying him the best we could.
What's his best position?
We are tiring him. Keep him up there. If you have a number 9, if you can't have him as the top man, just have him behind the top man. Don't come back. When we get the ball, like Marco was saying, give it to Kama, give it to knowledge. Give it to Kama, give it to knowledge. Those guys, they can give you magic. But he's huffing and puffing, coming to his half to mark. You expect him to be in the box again to score.
But the game
really,
but the game is changing. We need to stop making excuses for them.
No. But we can.
The game is also changing.
Yeah, the game is changing. We can always have a formation that allows for at least maybe 2 or 3 players, or 4 players that do not chase back.
That team can only accommodate one person who doesn't mark.
And who's that?
You have to make a choice between Kama and knowledge. I would say Kama.
And he says knowledge.
I would say Kama. For me,
I would say I would accommodate 2.
In your team,
knowledge and Kama. They should just be there.
All right.
Allow them to play the way they want.
You're watching The Couch right here on Zim Papers Television Network. What are we talking about? Today we are talking about the Warriors. Is there any hope that will be able to go through to the last qualifying round of the World Cup Qualifiers for Qatar 2022? Remember, we are anchoring firmly at the bottom of Group G with just a point. South Africa on top, followed by Ghana, then Ethiopia. So can we do with a win today? Can it be probably a launchpad for something great for Zimbabwe that will then go and beat South Africa, beat Ethiopia, and hope all the other results go our way? So this is what we're asking here. And I see a lot of you on Facebook coming up with your opinions. Sean Linge saying where there is a wish, there is a hope for the Warriors, they will make it. Josie Gilbert Gurupira says no hope at all for 2022 World Cup. Zifa should put their house in order. It's unfortunate they won't. And McDonald Gapare says, for how long are we going to say Zifa should put its house in order? I see a lot of comments that are coming. Some are saying Zemura is our best player and we can build a team basing on, players like Zemura. I don't know what you think about that, but there's another player that we can also talk about right now, Marshall Nakamba, because you were talking about Marshall Munetsi in that midfield, and now there's Nakamba, substituted in Ghana. He didn't really give much to the team. I saw him at some point. He was trying to dribble. He went to the corner flag, and it just summed up the game because nothing came from that.
Actually, I loved that part. When you try to shimmy his way away from a man, I had to look at it again and say, Dina Kambero, because that was so unlike him. But what I loved was him trying to do something that is not expected of him. It should show confidence that, look, there was Thomas Partey there, and we felt him. When the Ghanaian coach realized that we were in trouble, what did he do? He said, look, let's make changes. Thomas, just move a bit forward. Because you are the man. That's what we always ask. Look, boy, you're playing in the English Premier League.
Go show them.
We watch you on TV. Even if you don't say it, the boy next to you believes in you. And he wants to be like you. The Ghanaian players know about you more than Knowledge Jimson and Kama Billiard. And that is a fact. Prove it when you play. Show them that you are the man. Remember Wellington told you the other day that there were discussions about the captain. And some guys are like, it's obvious. Marvel, let him be captain. He said, no. I always say that this boy is too fine to be a football player.
So
he's well groomed for me.
It comes back to that issue you were talking about, being streetwise, being book smart. You need to be in between.
In between those things. But this boy, you take this boy and put him in a cricket team. You fit in perfectly. We eat at 8, we leave the table at 8:45. He would do that. But in football, you know that if you're going to eat at 8, there are 2 players who will come around.
More is going to come at 9.
8. Or not even pitch up at all. What's his explanation? I don't want to eat. But what does that do to the dynamics? It affects them, but that's who they are. I like to see more of Marvelous Nakamba. Let him shoot more. Let him try to dribble more. Let him speak more.
Our coaches killing the game that we are supposed to be seeing from Marvelous Nakamba.
I don't think it's the coaches. For me, Marvelous has never really come to the party.
He's never been marvelous.
For the national team. I'm yet to see the marvelous that I expect. Okay, I expect. Maybe somebody has already seen what they like in Mave. But I think, you know, the streetwise that Marco is talking about, Mave did not grow up in Mbari. You know, there's something that you learn on.
Did you grow up in
You were in
Did you grow up in Bari?
Did you grow up in Bari?
Did
you grow up in Bari?
Mave is just so straightforward. You can't play that position and be that straightforward. You can't be that.
But look, let's be fair with the boy. You don't go to Aston Villa by fluke.
Yeah,
you know, for your central midfielders, there are midfielders whom you see when they are not there. You feel, there's something missing. He's the type of player that I've had to learn to watch him and not the ball, to appreciate how good he is when he's playing for in the English Premier League. Because he's the type of player who plays in a zone. I am dealing with this zone. If this ball goes this way, I'm getting back into the zone. And he does it ever so well. He's schooled to do that, to take care of what he's supposed to take care of. But when he comes to Zimbabwe, we don't have 10 other players as good as him. So when he comes here, we expect more of him.
No, but are you saying he's our best player?
Marvelous Nakamba?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
By far.
Judging by what?
Where he's playing.
I just think he's one player with the biggest profile.
I completely disagree.
But in terms of
he's
being
just
our
one
best
guy.
player?
Yeah, he's not our best
What
player.
are you guys using to judge?
He's not our best
I think
player.
Zim Warriors is our best player right now.
Somebody who is afraid to make 3 touches on the ball. No, you can't be our best player. You can't be our best player because you can only play well when we don't have the ball. You are good at disrupting the opposition's play. When we get the ball, you're nowhere. No, you can't be our best player.
Who is our best player right now?
Our best players are those guys that bring us, the fans, into the game.
Who is your best player right now?
Musona.
Where is he playing?
Jokoro. It doesn't matter where he's
he playing.
But he's our best player. And he has delivered at that level. That shows why he's our best player.
Now he
has not yet delivered.
Give Nakamba his juice.
You are even talking about him being the captain when knowledge is there.
Give
What
Nakamba his
nonsense
juice.
is that?
Give Nakamba
What are
his
you
juice.
thinking?
But just quickly.
There's no way you can say Knowledge Musona is no longer the
But
captain,
just-
and you give it to
But-
anyone at the moment,
Stop
as long
being
as no one
emotional. Stop being
knowledge is there.
emotional.
But
He's the
just
captain.
quickly more. When was the last time that knowledge came to the party?
Are you the one who scored the penalty?
No,
last
I'm
week?
asking,
That's
just answer
coming
the
to
question, 'cause we
last
lost
match-
3-1.
Last match, we lost.
Yes, we lost 3-1.
Losing does not mean you didn't come to the party.
So scoring a
Okay.
penalty means you have come to the party?
He did. He actually stood up and took that penalty.
That's what
It's-
captains are supposed to do.
Not captains are supposed to do.
when the captain is gonna grow up in.
You need character. You need character to take a penalty. It's
All
not
right.
easy.
You're watching the couch right here on Zim Warriors Television Network. We are discussing the Warriors then hope in the World Cup Qualifiers for 2022 Qatar. We are playing Ghana this afternoon at the National Sports Stadium, and a couple of days ago we lost 3-1 away in Ghana. Can we turn the tables and start the recovery from this match, then the South Africa game and the Ethiopia game? Stay with us here on the couch. You're watching The Couch right here on Zim Warriors Television Network, and we are discussing the Warriors and their chances of making it to Qatar 2022, the biggest footballing showcase in the world, the World Cup Finals. Well, this generation, we were hoping they will be probably the first generation to take us to the World Cup, but with every passing game, those chances.
Well, look, this is a generation that was given into the hands of the devil. The devil.
What do you mean?
The devil being Zifa.
Oh, okay.
Look, they can't carry us to the World Cup on their own. You know, I look at this generation and think, hey, they got the same treatment that Mavis Gumbo gave to the team that went to the Olympics, where they would go to Germany and play some clubs, have these national team camps, and have a consistent coach. Because right now you say Newcastle have said they've put in money. What did they say about winning? They said in 8 to 10 years. This generation was not given that to say, look, we are building a project for 2022. No, it wasn't like that. So look, they are a generation that's probably the best that we have had in a long time. And they've done well to take us to the AFCON 3 times in a row. The World Cup was always a bridge too far, even with everything in order. So really to expect us from now to pull a result that will take us to the top of this group. I mean, if you do that, even FIFA will say, you know what? You guys have earned the right to go to the World Cup. Forget the last qualifier.
Just go.
Just go, because you've proven that football can be this crazy. We need to accept where we are, accept how poor we are, and accept how hard we need to work to get to where we need to be.
This was supposed to be your closing statement.
What me was Zim president?
I know you were singing praise of Thomas Partey because of his link to Arsenal. Well, this is me. But he's no doubt one of the key players for Ghana this afternoon. I just remember how he got into the spaces and how he eventually created that goal that he scored from nothing. And that was the goal that killed Zimbabwe. And he is there today because I know a lot of fans are expecting to see something amazing from him because of his profile. Because just now we're talking about Marvelous Nakamba and his profile. Ghana, they've got their party, and he's also got a huge profile. And a huge profile, for that matter, goes with the artistry that he is also showing on the field of play.
I think I will go to what Marco was saying. You know, the bridge between the major difference now, the quality of the players that Ghana has and the players that Zimbabwe have. It's easier for Partey to shine in a Ghana team because they are all big professionals. They know how to play. We are still short, and we have to accept that. Our level is not that Ghana level. If we can accept that and not put pressure on our team and our coaches and our, we would actually be better.
Football comes with pressure. This habit of pressure. Right now we are here. We're under pressure to deliver. Here.
Maybe more needs to explain this. Why? Because you played the game. It's the same level. And do you go to a game just thinking, okay, I am really the underdog here. I'm going to meet Ghana. I'm going to meet Nigeria. And you look at the profile of the players. Do you go into a game with that mentality?
No. When you go into a game like a game versus Ghana, you are more than motivated. You want to do better than the Ayew brothers. You want to outshine the parties of this world. You want to outdo the Ghana, that big name. You are motivated just by playing Ghana. You have to do better. It's unfortunate that there is a limit to what you can do, which no one can do anything about because of the level of your quality, the talent that you have. We are not that as talented as Ghana is. We have to accept that. But I'm going to say, what I agree with Marco is Zifa hasn't done any better to make this team qualify. You know, when Ghana can travel by charter, Zimbabwe used to travel by charter. I still remember when we went to Angola, we went by charter. When we went to Liberia, we went by charter. What has changed so much today that we cannot charter a plane from Ghana to Harare?
Let's be honest. I don't get
resources.
it. Look.
What resources? Zifa is now getting more money now than it was getting.
Where
FIFA.
are we in these qualifiers?
Bottom.
Would you, if
would
you
you put money
if you
there?
had a choice, would you put money on chartering this team a flight? Would you?
Why not?
Considering where we are.
Is it about where we are? Or
If there was a chance, Makobo would actually put them on a train.
But come on, guys.
I mean, look.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
What is the stake for Ghana? A World Cup qualification.
Yeah.
What is the stake for Zimbabwe?
We have to prepare.
What is at stake for Zimbabwe?
We need to have a team. It's
For
an
what?
opportunity for us for the AFCON. We need to make sure that we
So you mentioned the Ayu brothers. Andre Ayu, maybe just like most of our players, he's on the other side, and he's not as good as he used to be. But there's also his brother Jordan. I don't think you can just play for Crystal Palace in the English Premier League. You know, you have to have, you know, something for you to be there. Will they be affected, the Ayu brothers?
But you know, Andre has got more effect on the team than his
Jordan.
brother Jordan.
He's the captain.
Yeah, not necessarily because he actually plays better than, in terms of how they've grown up and they've played. He's played for Marseille. He was a top player in France. He's gone to England. He's played very well in England as well. And he's a fox in the box. He's got this knack of getting into the box. If you watched him last season, he was playing in the English Premier, in the lower tier, second tier. He was the top goal scorer at their team, and he was always there. You know, this guy, never discount him because of his age. He can hit you anytime, any minute. He's got a couch at left foot. He's creative as well. So never discount this guy.
The way you're talking about this guy, it would seem as if you give him the ball, he can do just about anything. Yet we know that before the game against Zimbabwe, he was under pressure for having not scored.
Do we have a player like him in our team?
In our team, he's your equivalent of knowledge, Mson. I don't think there's too much a gap between these two. I don't think there is.
In terms of what?
In terms of performance, in terms of their level,
quality that
their
they
level of
give.
execution, and the quality as well. I don't think there is. What then differentiates these people?
More really surprised.
He's looking at me, but
he was singing praises just now.
yeah.
To this guy, and now he's doubting.
No, I'm doubting. I'm doubting the comparison.
Oh, okay.
To knowledge himself.
Yeah, I'm
Not
just
that
doubting the
basically.
comparison.
But you know what football does to you? This culture of winning, where you come from, you always believe that you can do something. And I like there's a time when I like Verek was talking about the game when they played against Senegal. They played, the ball went out and said your manager said to her life, you're a good defender. Your team is playing well. Let's talk after 75 minutes. Because he knew at the back of his mind that the Zimbabwean team's fitness levels, when it comes to the crunch, will not be at the top as us. So these are the dynamics then where you have your... So if we are going to run out of gas during the last stages of the game, how are we going to manage it? This is something that you guys need to have. But you don't do that when you go and take a performance analyst from Twitter. Because this is stuff that people go to school for. Your conditioning coach must not be somebody who just pumps weight and has got muscles. No! He must have studied this thing. You know, this is where because talent-wise, we can be there together. But conditioning, the margins then will become bigger because of the conditioning, because of what you eat, how you train, and how you manage the game. There's a reason why your Arabs don't go for broke the entire 45 minutes. They play 15, they chill. They play 15, they chill. They are managing the game. How do we manage the game?
It's a pertinent question, but you're taking us via some... So what we're about to do now, we've been asking you, our fans, to send us videos on WhatsApp on the team situation, and we've been asking if there is any hope for this team. Here's a couple of those videos that we took off WhatsApp.
Zimbabwe has a realistic chance to go through to the World Cup. I mean, if you look at the table, they are sitting at the bottom with only 1 point. So I think South Africa and the Ghana have a realistic chance. With both of them, the other one with 7 points and the other one with 6 points. So Zimbabwe, I think we failed as a country at the beginning of the qualifiers. So I don't think we will ever make it. It's just a dream, mathematical dream, but we are dead and buried.
We have a slim or no chances of making it. Yes, we may need the calculator if you went to DMA South Africa didn't get a positive result tomorrow. Then we have hope that Ethiopia upsets South Africa at their home ground. And close, then we won tomorrow. Then we have some slim chances. But once South Africa won their game tomorrow against Ethiopia, and even if we were in against Ghana, then we determine on calculation that South Africa has to lose all their remaining 2 games, of which everything can happen in football, but we have a very slim chance.
I don't think pachirine hope yekuti tichakwanisa kuzoenda ku World Cup. Yasara ndechekuti magames asara tichiprepare kuti tikwanise kuita sei kuenda ku AFCON tine preparation yakakwana, because as you always know kuti hatizowane ma-friendlies akakwana.
So yeah, these are some of the fans that we are asked to send their videos via WhatsApp, and look, there is no hope. So from the fans.
Yeah, Howard, once you start bringing the mathematical calculator, then you know there's something wrong. Yeah, once you start bringing that, then there's something wrong. Because if you look at it, it's not in our hands. It's not in our hands. So we want so and so to win, and then so and so to lose, then so and so. How does that happen? Why didn't we make sure it was us deciding what we want to do?
With your friend Logarosici,
Logarosici is not my friend, and unfortunately, you know what, Howard? When we had a very bad start with that draw against South Africa at home, and then lost to Ethiopia. You know, those are the teams that we were supposed. Those are the teams that we were actually competing with.
So whilst you're talking about that more, here are the upcoming matches, the remaining matches. We play South Africa on the 11th of November in South Africa, and then Ethiopia 4 days later. And it'll be here in Zimbabwe, not sure. Yeah, maybe at the National Sports Stadium. Let's suppose we get 3 points in South Africa, 3 points against Ethiopia.
You know what? Look, we would say let's go out there and win games. If we're not going to qualify for the World Cup, let's make sure South Africa don't go. Just simple stuff.
So South Africa is not going.
Yeah, let's just make sure that South Africa does not go.
Africa
so you'd rather
so
Ghana.
Let's play our rivalry. Make sure that South Africa do not go.
Won't go. Because
let not South Africa go to the World Cup at our expense.
This one is going to.
Yes, we accept that we have been defeated. It's like you've just had a car crash. Your car is burning, but you start taking view mirrors and whatever. What the little that you can solve.
Now you can, yeah.
So this is the operation where we are at now. Like, what can we take from this team? Let's take view mirrors. Yeah.
Let's make sure South Africa don't go.
Then you know that South Africa wants your seats. You bend them. Then you walk away.
Yeah, I think the players themselves are motivated. You still remember Ovid when we had him on this on the couch at the time. They don't want to lose South Africa. Nobody wants to lose South Africa.
Yeah.
So they have to bring their A game, and I'm sure we will not lose to South Africa. Maybe at best South Africa can get a draw out of us. But I think that would then mean they also will not be going. And then, just to rub it in, we will be going to the AFCON and they won't be. They'll be watching.
You
us.
guys are malicious. Yeah. So maybe one issue that we'll probably close with. You raised the issue of Ovidi Karuru. Was he being missed in this team? Or is he being missed in this team? Looking at all the games that we played and he was not around.
You go
Marco.
first.
You only notice that Ovid is not there when he's not playing. When he's there, you think everything is okay. Ovid has been that link between the strike and the defense. Somehow he has been that guy who can come up with those good passes. He also creates chances and he supports the attack. But without him, there is nothing like that. We do not have a clear playmaker for the team.
In short, he's missed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let me just
missed.
say this. Look, where is Ovid Garero playing? We don't know. So he's no longer good enough.
He's been traveling the world.
He's traveling the world looking for a team. So he's not good enough.
Not sure about
but
that.
I think we have a man that we can work on and put a national treasure tag on him, Den Van Kamp. The same way that you guys used to handle Ronald Gidiza's band. We can handle Den Van Kamp that way. Because you remember Sandy Chidzambo was saying, I know that Gidiza, when he's in camp, he's got a few beers with him. So I know. But each time I go to his room, I don't find the beers. But I know. But why do I call him up? Because we need him and you can manage him. Do you think this nation can fail to manage Den Van Kamp? Because Denver has what we want, and which is not there in that team. Let's get that boy and manage him. During camp, so that he behaves and plays.
I'm sorry, but I have to agree with Paco there.
He's the man.
So what's
the creative hub that we need?
The last thing.
Yeah.
Prediction.
Let's not lose to Ghana this afternoon. 1-1. Washington Arubi, Manie post. Come on. Big goalkeeper here. Come on. But 1-1. 1-1.
No? Near post and crosses. I think we're going to win 2-1. I'll give it to Zimbabwe. Knowledge Msona is going to score.
Both goals.
Yeah.
Well, that's just about it on the couch today. Is there any hope for the Warriors? Well, a lot of you saying there is no hope. And the guys here on the couch agreeing, the couch squad, that there is no hope. But let's work on the future. Not the immediate future, the World Cup, the 2022 World Cup. But let's also work on things like the AFCON finals and, upcoming events. Maybe the next AFCON after this and probably the World Cup after that. But the core of this team won't be around. It won't.
I think their last dance will be the AFCON.
Okay.
Then after that, we renew the team.
All right, so this couch edition done and dusted. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Howard Msonza, and thanks a lot to Makomborero Mtimkulu and Mo Moyo. We're back again next week here on the couch.